Hey, Rainmakers, welcome to another episode of the Six Figure Side Hustle. In today's episode, I interview Julbert Abraham of Abraham Global Solutions, aka the seven figure LinkedIn guy. He shares 3 ways to make 6 figures a year part time with these secret LinkedIn strategies. I've never heard anyone else taking advantage of these strategies or making the kind of income that he was able to successfully make using LinkedIn as a marketing platform and also a sales platform. So stay tuned. You're going to get a lot of value out of this episode. So we're here today with Julbert Abraham of Abraham Global Services. I'm so glad that we could finally link up again. We always have really great conversations focused on entrepreneurship and marketing. So I know you guys are going to get a lot out of this episode. Julbert is the seven-figure LinkedIn king. So if you're not using LinkedIn, prepare to really have your mind blown. Hey, Julbert, how you doing today?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, just like you. There's a lot going on in the background for me, but as entrepreneurs, we got to make it happen, no matter what's going on in the background. So I'm really excited to really delve deep into your business. I know you have a pretty unique business that you've been able to monetize that's both good for entrepreneurs. It's something we should be doing, but there's also a way to make money on the background. So why don't you tell a little bit about how you got started in this 6 to 7 figure industry?
Uh, Thank you again for having me, Sabrina. I'll take you guys way back, right? So I'm originally from Haiti. Let's see, I came to the States around July 7th, 1999. So literally, it's gonna be about 24 years since I came to the United States. So I had no friends, didn't speak English, no network, literally just, came in with less than $100 in my pocket.
Wow.
So it's been a journey, but the beauty about it is I learned English here in the States. It took me a couple months to learn. And then I had my first business when I was 18. So I've been an entrepreneur for most of my life. It's been an awesome journey. Throughout that business, I learned a lot while I was in school. Then after that, graduated, exited out that business, worked in corporate America, got laid off, went through all those bumps and bruises, getting evicted out of my apartment, losing my car, all those crazy stuff happened. Then in 2011, in my apartment, while I was about to get evicted, I started a consulting business, and I was able to use LinkedIn to get some of my clients. So I didn't start a LinkedIn business. I started something where LinkedIn was my vehicle to get clients.
Right.
Grew that, then didn't feel comfortable in terms of my business acumen. So I went and get an MBA while I was running a side business. So I guess that was one of my first side hustle. And then after I graduate, I realized there was a need for that, using LinkedIn and helping entrepreneurs, helping them grow their business. So I really just started building revenue stream around LinkedIn and how people can use it, from teaching to agency to brokering, a lot of different revenue stream going to the one business. And now we're here. We've been able to work with over 700 plus clients in the past 8 years. Went did some amazing things, big brands such as NYU, Wells Fargo Advisors, a few other large companies. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, so that was An amazing story. I did hear your story before, but I'm still blown away. Just, the American dream story, coming over to this country with almost no money, no resources, no network, and being able to really become a millionaire success story. So let's do a little unpacking. First, let's just bring it back to the basics. What is LinkedIn, in case you don't know, or you were like me and you didn't think that you needed
So,
to use it?
so here's the thing, right? LinkedIn been around for like 19 years. There's still a lot of people that don't know it
Right,
or is not even on it. A lot of people think it's just a resume holder. Hey, I need a job. Let me just put my resume on LinkedIn. Recruiter gonna reach out to me, and I'm good, right? That's the biggest downfall because now you don't see what the platform is capable of doing and everything that just you have access to. So first thing first, LinkedIn is a platform that allow you to connect with people. You people go in there for a couple reasons: career, education, networking, building a network of high quality people that you want to do business with, you want to partner with, etc. So LinkedIn is one of those apps, right? That is more than just like a social media platform where you just post videos and do reels. That's great, but if you want to build a network of high level people,
right,
some of those people they're very hard to find on other platforms because they're on private. It's for them and their family. You're not gonna find the CEO of like a Fortune 500 companies just saying they're CEOs of Fortune 500 company on Instagram,
right.
right? They might have 10 followers on Instagram, but on LinkedIn you could see, okay, this is the CEO of Fortune 500 company, and they have a very strong network of people in there. So that's the ability you have, getting access to people you never knew you could get access to before.
Yeah, so that was what blew my mind the most when you had mentioned at another event how you're able to kind of reverse engineer your network. So can you get a little bit more into how an everyday business owner, a small entrepreneur, can get on LinkedIn and use it to generate leads?
Absolutely. There's a few ways to generate leads. It comes down to what kind of business you have, right? So let's take if you have a service-based business, and let's say, for example, you are electrician, right? And you're looking to do more electrical contracting work. So on LinkedIn, what you would do is identify property managers and say, hey, why don't I build relationship with local property managers? They already have all these properties that they're managing, and I can become their electrician that they use. They may have other vendors similar to me, but if that person fall through, I can be that backup person. So being able to tap into that network and targeting solely property managers that you can do business with. That's one example,
Right.
right? Going direct to that client. The other example is partnership. All right. Who property managers? You have property managers, right? They don't just need electrician. They might need contractors. So why not partnering with contractors who already have property management clients? And now you build a relationship with them and they can refer you to their property management clients. So now you have two ways you're getting in the door, not just going directly to that client, but also being able to go through a partners. And those referrals pays off.
That's a really unique way to or I don't know if it's unique, but I don't think many people realize that you can use LinkedIn in that way. You may have the preconceived
Oh yeah.
notion that it's just to strictly, yeah, like you said, a resume holder if you're looking for that W-2 type of job. But this is really a gold mine for entrepreneurs.
100%. I mean, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that's not even using it because they're not aware of it, right? If we're not aware of it, we're not going to be able to take advantage of it. So think about how many entrepreneurs who are spending a lot of time on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. That's great. You definitely can get business on there. But if your target audience is on LinkedIn, but you're not on there, how much money are you losing?
Exactly. How much money is being left on the table because there's this whole network of entrepreneurs or high net worth individuals ready to do business and looking for service providers and small business owners, and you're over here doing dances on TikTok. Which is all great if you
Yeah, I mean that's
want to build a following, but for to really dial in on a really good target market, you really showed me that LinkedIn. You told me a few different strategies for reverse engineering and looking up different. I didn't realize that you could look up these high net worth individuals and CEOs. So that's been really
oh yeah,
amazing for my business.
it's huge. I mean, think about it, right? You have the free LinkedIn, then there's something called LinkedIn Sales Navigator where you pay LinkedIn, right? And being able to get access to people, for example, in your business, if you're tapping into partners at companies, you can identify people that just got into that position in the past 90 days, right? That's huge because these people are brand new at that role and they're like excited and pumped up and you reaching out to them at the right time. Those relationships pays off, right? I'm not telling people that you're going to get on LinkedIn and tomorrow you're going to get a client. I'm
Right.
saying you're going to get on LinkedIn, you got to build the right relationships that's going to lead to larger opportunities, right? So instead of just getting one client on TikTok that might pay you, 2, 3 grand, maybe you get 10 new companies that'll pay you 100,000 each.
Right. Wow. Wow. So that is really good information. I definitely wanted to touch base on, but let's kind of pivot to the service side. I know you said that this was your first side hustle starting out. Let's go a little bit deeper into that story because you found LinkedIn, when it was kind of unknown for the most part, and we're able to really create a whole strategy and brand around it. Tell me a little bit more about that, how you started monetizing.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that I did when I first started out is I focused on teaching people how to use it, right? And one thing when you're teaching people how to use it, you can create courses around it, you could create training around it. And we were able to just turn just the training alone into a six-figure business, right? So that's just one stream within LinkedIn. So think about having several streams of income on LinkedIn and be like the LinkedIn profile specialist, right? You're aspiring entrepreneurs, you're just starting out, you want to do something different than everybody else. Why not just focus on that one niche? And all you have to do is you can go on LinkedIn, do a search for people that are CEOs and owners of companies that has at least 10 employees, right? And you see a lot of people don't have their profile fully done, and you can easily reach out to them and say, hey, you're a CEO of a company, have you thought about getting your profile updated? Most people are going to say, yeah, but they don't have the time to do it. So you
Right.
don't have to do the work yourself. You can hire a copywriter to rewrite their profile and you serve as the brokering person. So you hire the copywriter, they work for you. You set up a price for the profile. We have friends that they're charged between $750 to $2,500 per profile. So think about that, right? When we used to do profile back in the days, we used to charge a minimum of $1,500. So imagine, let's say you're charging $1,000 to do one LinkedIn profile for a CEO. That saved them time. That makes them look good, right?
Right.
All you need to do is about 8 of those a month, and you're not doing the work. You have your copywriter do the work for you, right? To turn into a six-figure business. So
Wow.
just a profile makeover, 8 clients. That's about 2 clients every week out of hundreds of thousands of people that need their profile done.
Right. Yeah, and then even being able to have some sort of continuity where you keep updating the profile. Say,
Exactly.
I had my profile set up and they did a few posts and I'm like, okay, I got it from here, but I didn't. So
Yeah, you get busy. You don't have the time. So you got new things coming up every 3 months. That person charge you a small fee. Let's say I don't know, $150 just to update your profile for you. Now they have continuity with a customer. Every 3 months, they're debiting your card for 150 and do some updates for you. Ask you a couple questions. Boom, boom. Now imagine they build a network of 100 customers They've already made money in the front end, but now 100
Right.
people is paying them $150 every single 3-month period. That alone is a massive multiple six-figure business from just one little thing on LinkedIn. So that's why we have this
Right.
one
And you're
digital
not
skill.
even doing the work.
Yeah, and you don't do the work. So you can still have your 9 to 5 job and have somebody else do the work. You pay them and you keep a really large chunk of the profit, because guess what? You can get copywriters to do this for you for about $200 to $300. You just gotta know where to look. That's
So
about
where
a
do you find these
300.
copywriters? Are
Oh
these
yeah,
like Fiverr Upwork type copywriters, or are you
well,
sourcing
there
them?
are like Facebook group that are made specifically for copywriters. You just got to find the
Oh,
right one, and what you have to do is interview them for the right things. So we have copywriters that are killing it, and they're not in the country, but they speak great English, and they have a system, right? So you paying them $500 per client, that's a huge deal for them because of the currency. Currency is different. So
right.
that's what you got to look at, and being able to find those copywriters to help you and know how to interview them. This is stuff we can help you do because we've done it in the past, and even show you how to even charge more and what to do when you're charging more to get clients to actually agree to do this.
That is, I hope y'all picked that up because I didn't even know he was going to give you that 6-figure stream of income, but that is an epitome of a 6-figure side hustle because you're not even doing the work. You're basically setting up the systems. And do you go through and find the clients, or is there a way to
Oh
actually,
yeah.
you're finding
Oh
the
yeah.
clients
So
and then
yeah.
they're
So,
doing the
so people, when you're thinking about, hey, how do I get clients? Here's what you have to do, right? You can do this two-way. First, make sure your profile is done. Second, set up LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And third, start identifying who you want to do LinkedIn profile for. These could be real estate agents. These could be CEOs of companies. You can pick a specific niche. And I would do 1 or 2 profile for free in that niche, just so I can show that I have the experience and I know what I'm doing. Once you figure that part out, you can then hire a VA to find the people for you. And you just literally, they're finding the clients. You just get on the phone with them, sell them, and then after that, have a copywriter do the work, and boom, you're done.
that is something, if you're just starting out, if you are looking for something but you don't have a lot of time, you either have to have time or you have to have
Oh
resourcefulness,
yeah,
and that is the epitome of being resourceful is finding that niche market. And then you could also like kind of target people in your industry who you'd want to do business with
absolutely.
and establish the relationship, building profiles. So,
And think about it.
if you think I'm not going to do that, I am.
Right? It's literally just having a niche. If you're able to say, okay, I'm gonna carve this niche, I'm gonna be the LinkedIn profile makeover specialist for real estate companies or for agencies, right?
Right.
For maybe insurance agency owners. You literally just carve out that niche and you just build it out. There's no one else doing this right now. I can tell you this for sure. There are people that do LinkedIn profile makeover.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine. She built a 7-figure business just doing LinkedIn profile makeover, right? We've done over 6 figures in just one stream. Think about that, right? Not even the whole business, because we have agencies. So it's a lot of different streams that can be built just on that one digital skill.
That's amazing. Is there another easy to start stream of income for, if someone is looking for another way to make income off LinkedIn?
There's about 10, but I'm gonna give you a second one. This one is a pretty good one because
Okay.
we've done that one too, right? So this is the agency model. So the agency model, it's similar to like LinkedIn profile, but this is where you basically do lead generation for people, right? And we have tons of our colleagues and peers that do that. So what you would do in the agency model It's very simple. You can be a LinkedIn ad agency specialist. And all you're doing is running ads for clients. And guess what? Similar model as the profile makeover, you don't have to learn how to run ads yourself. You just need to know the basic. You can hire a media buyer that will run the ads for you, and you could just focus on getting clients. All right. Now, there's two ways you can get clients. You can work and partner with other marketing agencies and they'll feed you clients, because a lot of marketing agencies don't do LinkedIn ads. So that way they'll feed you clients and you become their white label partner. That's a very simple way to do it. The other way is you can just run ads and get clients by running ads, because there are people out there who are looking to grow their business on LinkedIn. You could set up and run ads. They'll fill out a form and then you have somebody call them and literally just close them. The beauty about this, LinkedIn ad agencies, a minimum starting point is about $2,500 a month to manage an account. Think about it. That person gonna be with you for at least 6 months. You don't need that many clients to make it a 6-figure business, right? You get about 5 clients, that's a little over 6 figures right there. And that can run consistently. Boom. Boom. As long as you're generating leads for them, they're going to keep paying you that $2,500 every month. So that's number 2. I'll give you a third one, right? A lot of people don't think about this. LinkedIn is also a great tool for recruiting. And guess what? Recruiting companies, headhunters, they're charging 25%, 15% commission to find you talent. You think about that, right? That means 25% of somebody's salary, right? You find an executive, let's say the person is $100,000. They're charging you 25% of that. That's 25 grand. You think about that.
Wow.
If you know how to leverage LinkedIn, the same way they're going to use LinkedIn to get those talents, imagine you're able to set up a shop where all you're doing is find COOs for tech companies, right? They're going to give them a $150,000 salary. You said, hey, all I want is 25% of the salary. And all you do is get one COO for one client every single month. And you have a $300,000 business.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what are some tips for finding these people? Because I feel like we're in such a market where people know their value right now. Are you basically like, how do you start that relationship to find the people? Like, do you find the people first, or do you find the people who are needing employees?
Well, before you do any of that, you need to figure out what's going to be the niche. All right. Is it going to be tech companies?
Right. Okay.
Right. Is it going to be insurance agents? It's going to be real estate. Once you figure out the niche, then you start interviewing people in that niche and say, hey, what is your biggest problem when it comes to talent acquisition? What are the roles that are very hard to fill right now? How much are you willing to pay in commission to fill out those roles?
Okay.
You follow me?
You're going to the companies.
Yeah.
Yep. You're interviewing the companies basically to find out what their needs are so you can fill the exact needs of that company.
So once you figure out, hey, my needs is I need to find a good operation manager or good COO, and I'm willing to pay them $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 to work for us. Great. Now you have the data points. And the next thing, now you build out a community of talent. And you could do that 2 ways. You could either run ads on LinkedIn to get them to you, or you can create a LinkedIn Facebook or some type of group, LinkedIn group, Facebook group that just has COOs and operation managers. So anytime one of those employers needs somebody, you just drop it in there. You already know you have people that are qualified, and you make the connection. That's 25 grand.
Wow. So, oh my goodness, I have so many questions now. I didn't even know LinkedIn had groups. They have groups similar to Facebook has groups?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you are you getting an agreement with the employers? Like, if I find X employee and fill this role, you will give me.
Of course, you could set up exclusive for them. Okay. But before you do that, you got to build that relationship, right? That's why I said everything on LinkedIn is relationship. So you're not just gonna put a picture and somebody gonna buy your product. That's cute, but if you want that real money, it comes down to identifying how can you solve a big problem.
That, yeah, I mean, well, all of business is what problem are you solving? So you just gave us three six-figure side hustles you can do from at home, start building systems to outsource, and basically take yourself out the business. You're just, that's crazy. So I hope you guys really got a lot out of this. I know you're going to want to know how to get more information, but we are going to go into the Rainmaker round real quick. Ask Julbert some questions. I know he is a busy man. He's got places to go and people to see. So hopefully we will be able to have you back, because I know you got a couple other six-figure side hustles. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and hopefully you have the answers.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Julbert, what book are you reading right now?
So it's funny you said that. I am rereading a book that I read a couple times before called Traction. It's really about creating systems in your organization. So I would recommend anyone to thinking about creating system in their organization to go back and read that book. It's a really good book. The author named Gino, I can't remember his last name right now. But the way I read is I do Audible because I'm always on the road. As you can see here, I'm in my car. So I have the Audible on and I'm listening to it, and I click back and listen again to make sure I get 2 to 3 good gems. So that's one of the book I'm reading right now, rereading Traction.
Okay. What book would you recommend for someone who wants to follow in your six-figure footsteps and start a LinkedIn business, a profitable LinkedIn business?
Absolutely. So I actually wrote a book called 7 Steps to 7 Figures using LinkedIn. So I would recommend anyone who's wants to kind of learn just the basic to grab a copy of that book. I have it on my website, 7stepto7figures.com, using LinkedIn.com. So they can go to that site and literally purchase that book, and be able to just start learning the in and out of LinkedIn. Right. So this book, I really talk about some of our clients, how we help them leverage LinkedIn to generate 7 figures. And then after that, they can reach out to us. We actually have a mentorship program that we're launching where we're teaching people that one digital skill that can earn them at least 10K a month. And this is not like theory. This is guarantee if they follow the steps, because we've done it several times. So we can literally teach anybody how to do this.
I know you guys are on that website right now, but hold on, hold on. What is your favorite quote?
That's a good one. I got so many, right? But one that I enjoy the most is one it came from the Bible. Walk by faith, not by sight. So that's a quote that I carry on with me throughout my whole entrepreneurship journey. Because guess what? Sometimes it's not all glamour, it's not all pretty. Sometimes it gets really ugly. Sometimes I have failures too. So I always repeat that quote to myself, and it really helped me through tough times. Walk by faith, not by sight.
I love that. So what is the hardest lesson that you're the most grateful for?
So many there too. I can give you a really good one. Is as much success we had with our business, we had some big failures as well, where we lost like over 100 grand, from investing in a business, right? So by not hiring the right people, by not having the right system in place. So to me, that's, and I don't see it as a failure. I see it as a lesson.
Right.
So every little, quote unquote failure people would say in the business, to me, these are all lessons, and I try to learn as much as I can from them.
Love it. Love it. So I know you touched base on this a little bit, but how could the audience get more info from you? How can they connect? I know you gave the website to your book, and you mentioned that you have a mentorship program. So how can somebody, learn directly from you or be a part of your team?
Absolutely. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can, Julbert Abraham on LinkedIn. You can also reach out to me on Instagram at Jeff Abe Online. You can go to my main website, abrahamglobal.com, and just shoot me a DM, right? And that's a very simple way to get in touch with me. And say, hey, heard you on the podcast. I'm curious to know about your mentorship program, and we'll be more than happy to share details.
Okay, so that concludes our Rainmaker round. Of course, if you're in our Rainmakers Alliance, you'll get these three added bonus questions where you get a little bit of extra sauce on that. So make sure you join the Rainmakers Alliance. So Julbert, thank you so much. Just stick around. I have just three more questions for you for my inner circle. Um, I hope you guys all really enjoyed that interview. You got not one, not two, but three six-figure side hustles. So that was an amazing interview. Thank you.